Hey fitness friends, welcome back to Danzique Fitness. For those of you who are new to my channel, I'm Desiree, and I am so happy that you're joining me today. I have a wonderful breathe, stretch, and reboot routine for you. You know, sometimes life just gets so hard and stressful, and we get so overwhelmed, so it's really important to take the time for yourself to just relax and clear your mind so you can feel good and recharged. That's exactly what we're going to be doing today, guys. Make sure your muscles are warm before you start any stretch routine. This will be great to do after a workout or a run, or even after a hot shower or bath. Also, I have a coupon code down below if you like this outfit that I'm wearing. And let's get started, my friends. Those of you who know me know that I have a habit of chopping off my head. I do apologize. That's all right, though. We're going to get started. You can still see the rest of my body. Here we go, guys. Standing up nice and tall. Legs are hip-width apart. Let's place the hands on the hips, and we're just going to take a nice bend of the knees and then lengthen the legs up. And again, bend the knees. Make sure you're keeping your knees in line with your feet and lengthen the legs up. Good. So really make sure that you're keeping your heels down as you bend those knees. Lengthen the legs up, and let's go one more time. Really getting a nice stretch in the Achilles and calf. And we'll lengthen the arms out to the side. Let's take a beautiful side bend from the waist. And use your abs to pull your body back to center. Good. And let's go the opposite way. So those knees are staying bent. So even though we're giving a nice stretch of the upper body, those legs are working hard. I love combining strengthening and stretching at the same time. Good, guys. We have one more to the side. Beautiful. And bring your body back to center. Nice. Let's stretch those legs up. We're going to place the hands back on the hips and repeat it from the beginning. So nice deep plie, bend the knees, keeping those heels down, lengthen the legs up. Good. Keep pulling that belly button in and up, press the shoulders down, neck nice and long. Good. And again, bend nice and deep and lengthen up. And again, bend. Good. Let's hold it here. Float the arms out to the side. We're going to take that side bend once again, but this time we're going to round the back forward, and then we're going to swing the body over to the opposite side. Doesn't that feel amazing? Good. Keep those knees bent as you bring the body back to center, and let's reverse that circle. Bend to the side, round the back, scoop the belly, drop the head, tuck the chin, and swing the body over to the other side. Good. Use those abs. Bring the body back to center. Keep those knees bent. Let's go again. Take it over. And really round the back. Pull the belly button in and swing it over to the other side. And bring the body back. Good, guys. And, of course, make sure you are breathing, never holding the breath. Round the back. Sweep it over to the other side. Good. And bring the body back to center. Lengthen those legs up. Beautiful work, everyone. Okay. So I'm going to turn to the side for this next one so you can get just a different angle. Feet are hip-width apart. Once again, standing up nice and tall. I want you to inhale, and as you exhale, tuck the chin to the chest, and we're rolling down sequentially through the spine. Now, either have your fingertips on the floor, or if you can place your whole palm on the floor, that's wonderful. If not, you're going to just let your body hang, and again, we're going to bend the knees, and now try to place your whole palm on the floor if you couldn't before, and try to keep your palms on the floor as you stretch your legs up. So we're really easing in to this hamstring stretch. Bend the knees, palms on the floor, and try to keep them on the floor as you lengthen those legs up as much as you can. Beautiful, guys. And again, really release the legs, bend the knees, keep those heels down, and stretch the legs up. Good. And just let your head hang down heavy. And let's go for one more. Bend the knees. Beautiful. And lengthen the legs up. Let's just hold it here, and I just want you to shake your head side to side, nice and gently, just to release the neck. Good. Continue breathing naturally. Very nice, guys. And let's just steady the head back to center and take your time rolling sequentially through the spine. Your arms and head are just hanging. Stack the shoulders right on top of the hips. The head is the last thing to come up. Very nice, guys. Okay, so now what I want you to do is we are going to open the legs into a very wide stance. So this is like a ballet second position, but we're going to have the legs in a parallel position. All right, inhale through the nose, exhale, let's tuck the chin, and we're going to roll all the way down once again. And as before, fingertips or palms on the floor. Good. And again, let's bend those knees and stretch the legs up. Good. So hopefully those hamstrings are feeling a little warmer and a little looser. Good. Bend those knees and lengthen the legs up. Very nice. Let the head just hang down. Try not to take any tension in the upper body. Bend the knees and lengthen those legs up as long as you can. Good. And bend the knees. Very nice, guys. Keep those knees in line with the feet and lengthen those legs up. Beautiful. Let's stay low and just walk your hands over to one leg. We're going to hold it here, and what I want you to do is bend just the opposite knee. Good. And then we're going to lengthen that leg back to center. And again, bend the knee and bring the body back. Very nice. Let's walk the hands over to the opposite leg. And now we're going to bend that opposite knee. Bend, bend, bend. And stretch that leg up. Very nice, guys. And again, take a nice bend of the knee, keeping the knee in line with the foot. And lengthen the leg up. Good. Let's walk the hands back to center. Very nice, guys. Let's keep one hand on the floor, and we're going to reach up with the opposite hand. So this should feel amazing. I love this stretch. You're getting a beautiful stretch in the backs of the legs, as well as a nice little twist in the spine. My back always cracks when I do this one. Good. Really opening up the chest, reaching up nice and long with that arm. Good. And let's go once again. One hand down. The other arm lengthens up and look up towards the sky. And lower back down. And last one, twist and reach it up. Try to keep those legs nice and long and pulled up. And lower back down. Very nice, guys. All right, let's take a nice rock side to side. So this is a great stretch for those inner thighs. Make sure the legs stay parallel. And again, every time you bend your knee, make sure you're keeping it in line with your foot. Hands stay on the floor, and we're just bending, rocking side to side. Good, really take your time with this. We'll bring the body back to center. Take a moment here. If you'd like, you can clasp those fingers together and just let those arms swing back behind you. Very nice. And release the arms. And just hold it here. Nice deep breaths. Good. And we'll take a nice bend of the knees. And lengthen the legs back up. Good, guys. And bend. And lengthen up. And let's try to keep the hands on the floor as you walk your feet back to that parallel position, legs hip width apart. We'll bend the knees and roll up through the spine. Use those abs. Stack the shoulders right on top of the hips. Make sure the shoulders are pressing down and your head is the last thing to come up. Beautiful work, everyone. Okay, so we have one more standing combination, and then we'll get down on those mats. So I want you to bring your right knee into the chest. Hands go right under that kneecap. And then we're going to step back with that right leg into a lunge. So both knees are going to bend in that lunge. And try to have both legs bent at a 90-degree angle. So we're combining a little stretch with a little strengthening. So this is quite a dynamic stretch going on. Let's try it with the other leg. And of course, we have to hold that core in really tight because we want to make sure we are nice and stable and balanced. Now, if it bothers your knee to place your hands right under that kneecap, to modify, you can place your hands behind your thigh. Good, and we're going to keep going with this. Keep breathing, stand up nice and tall, bring that knee in, and then step back behind as both knees bend. Very nice, guys. All right, we're going to get down on one knee. So step forward with that left foot. We're on the right knee, sitting up nice and tall. And what I want you to do is place either hand on each side of your left foot. We are then going to extend that right leg behind us. So you're going to have to scooch back a little bit because we want our left knee to be right over that left heel as I'm demonstrating right here. Okay, guys, so we're going to hold this here, place the hands on that left thigh, and this is a wonderful stretch for your hip flexors. So you should feel this right in front of that right thigh. Good, guys, and we're just going to hold it here. Really think about the breath. Very nice. And let's place the hands right at our heart center. Palms are together. Take a nice inhale. And as you exhale, let's just lengthen the arms up and try to arch back a little bit. This will deepen that stretch in the hip flexor. Good. And continue breathing. Keep those shoulders down. Use the abs. Bring your body back to center. Beautiful. Very nice, guys. And let's place those hands back on that left thigh. Beautiful. Really feel that right hip sink down into the floor. Very nice. All right, guys, we're going to tuck that right leg under and we're going to twist to the left. So this, you should feel a nice stretch in the hip joints. And of course, we're getting a nice little spine twist in the back. Good, guys. All right, adjust the body. So we're on our right knee once again. Good. And now we're going to go into another hamstring stretch. So we're going to sit back on that right heel. You're going to extend the left leg and flex that left foot as you drop the head down to the knee. Good. And then we're going to bring the body back up to that kneeling position. And again, release, sit back, stretch that left leg, flex the foot, scoop the belly, drop that head down. Nice, guys. And let's bring the body back to center. Beautiful work. All right, we're going to repeat that same thing on the other side. So take a step forward with that right foot. Left leg, we're going to extend nice and long behind. Again, make sure your right knee is directly above that right heel. Good, guys. So really try to relax down in this position. Try to sink that left hip down into the floor as much as you can, but think of pulling up through the crown of your head. So we have a little opposition thing going on. You should feel this in front of that left thigh and hip. Very nice, guys. Bring the hands together. And inhale as you exhale. Let's float the arms up. Arch the back. Look straight up to the sky. Very nice, guys. Good. This is such a good stretch for those hip flexors, especially if you have a job where you're sitting all day. Those hip flexors can get very, very tight. So this is a great stretch to really stretch out those hip flexors. Good, guys. Let's tuck that back leg under, and now we're going to take a nice twist to the right. Think of sitting up nice and tall. Don't get slouchy. Good. And let's twist out of this. Okay, good, guys. And we're going to go back on one knee and into that hamstring and calf stretch. So let's sit back on that left heel. Flex the right foot, straighten that right leg around the back and drop the head down and just relax and breathe. Good. And use those abs, use the core, bring your body back to that kneeling position. Beautiful. And let's go again. Nice big exhale as you round the back, stretch over, drop the head down nice and heavy. Good. And sit up nice and tall. Good work, guys. All right. Let's push back into our child's pose. Have the arms nice and long in front. Drop the head down nice and heavy. And just take a few nice cleansing breaths here. Good. Try to clear your mind. Very nice, guys. All right. Sequentially roll up through the spine, shoulders down, and head is the last thing to come up. All right, we're going to take that right hand, place it behind you, and we're going to push the hips forward, reach up with the opposite arm. We're going to arch the back and hold. Good. So you're going to feel a nice stretch again for those hip flexors. You might also feel it in your quads. And of course, we're getting a beautiful back extension. Let's switch it over to the other side. Really try to push those hips forward as much as you can. Squeeze those buns. Arch the back. Let the head go back. And bring the body back to center. Very nice, guys. Okay, now what I want you to do is open the legs so they are hip-width apart. And we're going to try a little yoga pose here. So I want you to arch the back, and we are going to reach the hands down. Either grab your heels or your ankles or your toes, whichever is most comfortable for you. Again, we're pushing those hips forward, getting a nice stretch in the hip flexors and quads, arching the back, and just let the head release back. Good, guys. Hold and breathe and bring the body back to center and relax down. Okay, let's slide the arms straight out in front, back to our child's pose. Good. And inhale through the nose and exhale. Good. Let's roll up through the spine once again to sit up nice and tall. Beautiful work, guys. Really nice job. All right, next up, let's sit up nice and tall with the legs lengthened out in front of us as long as you can. And let's place the hands on the hips. We're going to flex those feet up and point through the toes. Again, flex and point. Good. Flex and point. And again, flex and point. Very nice, guys. Let's change. One flex, one pointed. Good. This is so good to do, especially for non-dancers. You want to keep the mobility and the range of motion in those ankles and toes. So make sure you do your flexing and pointing to keep everything nice and limber. Let's take a nice inhale. As you exhale, I want you to have a flat back over the legs. Then around the back, drop the head down, palms go on the floor, and roll it up. So we go flat back over the legs, round the back, palms go down to the floor, and then roll up through the spine. So creating a circular motion here, flat back, and round the back, rolling up through the spine to sit up tall. Good. Let's go for one more. And flat back. And round the back, drop the hands down, drop the head down, and roll up through the spine. Good. Now we're going to reverse that. So keep the hands on the floor, drop the chin to the chest, roll through the spine, push out, and then come up in a flat back. Good. So we're doing a beautiful dynamic stretch, really working the spine so we have beautiful articulation going through the back. And of course, we're stretching out those hamstrings, calves, and Achilles in the process. Good. Keep those feet nice and flexed. Again, drop the head down, shoot the hands out straight in front, and lift the body up with a flat back. Beautiful, guys. Let's circle the arms behind, and we're just going to point through the feet and lift up into our reverse plank. Just take a moment here, let the head go back, Feel the arms nice and strong. Feel the backs of the legs and the glutes. And we'll lower the body back down. Good, guys. Shake those legs out. Let's lift the arms up. Inhale and exhale. Let's just round over the legs once again. Drop the head down. And we'll just hold it here. Nice deep breaths. Good. And we'll roll up through the spine. Very nice, guys. All right. Let's lengthen the arms out, and we are going to tuck the tailbone under, scoop the belly, roll all the way down to your mat. Let's bring in both legs, hug the knees, and just rock side to side to release the back. Good work, guys. All right, we're going to go into a little tick-tock next. So place your arms out to the side, palms are pressing down into the floor, knees are bent at about a 90-degree angle. Let's tilt the legs to the left, and you're going to lower your legs all the way down to the floor with control. Try not to make any noise. And now I want you to lift that right arm up and over. And then we're going to bend that right elbow, and you're going to send that arm back. So the back goes into that twist again. Again, lift the right arm up, bring it up and over so it's on top of your left arm, and then bring that right elbow back and give the spine a nice twist. Good, guys. Press the arms and palms down into the floor. Use the abs and bring those legs back to center. And let's do the same thing going the opposite way. Tilt the legs to the right. Lower the legs down with control. Really take your time. And now that left arm comes up and over. Stack your arm on top of the other. Bring that left elbow back and go back into that nice twist. Good. Really try to relax your legs down into the floor. Good. Stack the arms and bring the arm back. Nice twist of the spine. Good. Place the palms down on the floor. Press down. Use the abs. Bring those legs back to center. Very nice, guys. All right. Hug those legs in. Rock the knees side to side. Good work. And let's keep the right knee into the chest. Lengthen the left leg on the mat. And we're going to stretch out those hamstrings even more. So lengthen your right leg as long as you can. Hands are behind that right thigh, and we're going to circle the right foot. Good. Again, try to make the biggest circle you can make. Really getting nice range of motion in that ankle. Good. Keep the shoulders nice and relaxed. Good, guys. Nice big circles. Okay. Let's walk the hands up the leg towards the ankle, and you're going to curl the head, neck, and shoulders off the mat just for a nice little stretch. Good. You should feel this in the backs of the legs. And we'll lower the head down, walk the hands down. And now we are going to hook the right arm and the right leg. Left arm is going to go out to the side as your anchor, and you're going to open that right leg to the side. Now be mindful that your left side stays on the mat. You should feel a nice stretch in that right inner thigh. And if you want, you can stretch the right leg as long as you can. Good. Let's bend that right knee back in. Bring the leg back to center. We'll extend the leg and lower back down to the floor with control. Good, guys. Okay, let's reach those fingertips behind. And we are going to roll up sequentially through the spine. And you're going to float the right leg off the floor. Grab your leg to sit up nice and tall. And now we're just going to lightly swing the leg side to side. So as you take it to the right and cross it over to the left, you'll feel it in a different spot in the backs of the leg. Good. Let's bring the leg over to the left, place it in your left hand, and we're going to add another twist here, reaching back with that right arm. So you should feel this on the outside of the leg, your IT band. Good. Give the leg a little tug. Let's release the arms. Try to hold it. Hold, 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 hold. Breathe and relax the leg down. Good. Shake out those legs, guys, and we're going to repeat the exact same thing on the other side. So let's roll all the way down to the mat and bring that left knee into the chest. Make sure your right leg is nice and long on the floor. Hands go behind that left thigh. Lengthen the leg as long as you can, and let's go into those circles with the foot. Good. And when you're in this position, really focus on breathing. Try to relax your whole body down into the floor. Nice big circles with the foot. Good. And let's point through the toes. Walk the hands up the leg toward the ankle and curl up the head, neck, and shoulders. Nice, guys. Keep breathing. Make sure that right leg is nice and long on the floor. And we'll walk the hands back down, lower the head down with control. Bend the left knee. We're going to hook the left arm and left leg. Right arm goes out to the side as your anchor. Keep the right side on the mat as you open that left leg to the side. Again, you should feel a nice stretch in that inner thigh. And if you want, you can try to straighten that left leg. Good. Keep the right side on the floor. And we'll bend that left knee. Bring the leg back to center. Very nice, guys. All right. Let's lower that left leg down. Reach the fingertips behind without arching the back. Keep the spine in neutral. Inhale. And exhale, rolling up through the spine. Sit up nice and tall. Grab that left leg. Good. Shoulders down, long neck. And we're gently swaying that leg side to side. Very nice, guys. Keep that core in tight to stay nice and balanced. And we're going to cross that left leg over to the right, reaching back with the left arm. Make sure you're sitting up nice and tall. Good. So again, you should feel that on the outside of the left leg, your IT band. Good. Give that leg an extra tug. Arms up. Release the leg. Try to hold. Good. And lower down with control. Shake those legs out. Very nice, guys. Okay. Up next, we're going to get down on the backs. Bring the knees into the chest. And let's just give the legs a nice rock side to side to release the back. All right. We're going to go into our scissors now that our legs are all stretched out. So grab your right leg, curl up. Left leg floats off the floor, and we're going to give the legs 2 pulls. Pull, pull, and pull, pull. Good. Try to keep the whole body nice and still, so it's really just the legs that are moving. Keep them nice and long, and they're just slicing through the air. Good. Pull, pull, and change, pull, and single, and change, and change. Good, guys. Very nice. Keep those legs long. And let's open to our straddle and change and open and change. Good. So this is our Pilates helicopter, one of my favorites. Good. Try to move with control. Now, if you can't straighten your knees all the way, that's fine, just as long as you are striving to make the longest leg line possible. Good, guys. And again, we open and change legs and bring the knees in and relax the head down. Good work, guys. Nice deep breaths. Rock those knees side to side. Good. All right, guys, let's flip over and we're going to get on all fours. Knees are under the hips, hands are under the shoulders, abs, of course, are in nice and tight. We're going to flex the feet, tuck the toes under, and we're going to push back into our downward dog. Try to get those heels down. Good. And we're just going to hold it here. And let's alternate bending knees. Bend the right. Bend the left. Good. Really rolling through the feet. And change. And change. And change. Good. 2 more. Change. And last one, change. Very nice, guys. Really pressing those heels down. Beautiful. And let's lower ourselves into our straight arm plank. So you might have to scoot your hands forward. And from here, guys, we are going to push back, bend the knees, shift your weight back, and then bring your body back to that straight arm plank. Good. We are then going to push back into our downward dog and then plank. So another dynamic stretch, push back, bend the knees, back to your plank, and then press the heels down in your downward dog, and then adjust back to your plank. Good, guys. Push it back and plank. Press the heels down, downward dog, and back to that plank. Nice work. Last set, push back and plank, abs in tight, get that butt down, press the heels down, downward dog, and back to that plank. Beautiful job, guys. Let's lower the knees down, take a little break, push back into your child's pose, and release the head down. Nice deep breaths. Let's roll up through the spine to sit up nice and tall. Very good, guys. All right, place the arms on the side. We're going to take a side bend over to the left. And now we're going to round the body forward and swing it over to the right. This is similar to what we did in the beginning of this routine. We're just sitting on those heels now. Again, let's swing it over to the left side. Really let the body go. And again, let's swing it over, round the back, drop the head, scoop the belly, and take it over, really bending from the waist. And again, drop the head, round the back, and swing it over to the left. Very nice, guys. Use those abs, bring your body back to center. Beautiful work, guys. All right, so we're going to get back into that plank position. And we're going to do another stretch and strengthen exercise here. This is one of my favorites. All right. Yep, just doing a little wardrobe adjustment. Okay, here we go, guys. On all fours, tuck those toes under, get into your plank, keep that butt down, abs are in tight. And what we're going to do is we're going to take a big monster step forward with that right foot. We're going to reach the right arm up to the sky, lower the hand down, and then step that right foot back. Then we go left. Reach and twist up with the left arm. Oh, doesn't that feel good? And hand down, step back with the left. Good, guys. Let's keep going with this. Try to keep the butt down. Reach and twist. Hand down and step it back, abs in tight, step forward with the left, reach up and twist, hand down and step it back. Good, guys. Right foot, again, make sure you're keeping that knee in line with the foot, hand down and step it back, left, reach it up and down. Good, guys. We have two more. Stick with me. Step, reach and twist, hand down and back. Good. Last one. Step forward, twist it up, hand down and step back. Very nice, guys. Knees down and let's push it back into our child's pose. Good. And breathe. Very nice, guys. Rolling up through the spine. Okay, good work. All right, next up we're going to do a Pilates wave. This is one of my favorite. You're going to get on all fours. And what I want you to do is we're going to tuck those toes under, but you're going to have your hands a little bit further out. So they're not going to be directly under your shoulders, just a little bit more in front of you. We're going to push back into our downward dog. From here, lift up those heels. You're going to go on releve, articulate through the spine, drop the hips down, and we're going to push back and arch the back as you go back. So we're weaving the body. You're passing through a plank, lower the hips down to the floor, and then we arch the back on the way back. Good. Sequentially rolling through the body. Nice big wave and rolling it back. Again, lift up those toes, roll through the back, drop the hips down, arch the back and press those heels down. Good, guys. We're going to keep going with this. Doesn't this feel so good? One of my favorites. It's so nice to just feel that nice articulation through the body, getting a beautiful stretch, but also strengthening the body at the same time. I love this exercise. Good, guys. Keep it going. Rolling up, articulate, and pushing back, heels down. Very nice, guys. And we'll lower the knees down and release the back, push back into your child's pose. All right, guys. Last but not least, we're going to finish with our splits. So let's sit up nice and tall. And we're going to open to our center or straddle split. As big as you can, sit up nice and tall, length through the legs, and we'll point those toes. Let's stretch up and over to one leg and hold it here. Good. And we'll look up towards that hand and then bring the body back. Use the abs. Good, guys. Over to the other side. Very nice. Breathe. Really take your time. Allow your muscles to relax into the stretch. We never want to bounce in any stretches. You want to just try to hold it and allow your muscles to relax. Let's walk the hands forward. Try to maintain that external rotation in your legs. So you want to keep those kneecaps pointing towards the sky. Don't let your legs roll in. You can sort of give a little wiggle in the hips just to release. Good. And of course, always focus on the breath. We never want to hold the breath, especially when we're stretching. Nice deep breaths. Good. And let's bring the body back up to center. Flex those feet. And nice point of the toes. Good work, guys. Okay, so now we're going to turn to the side into our left split. Now, just getting stuck on my mat here. If you cannot straighten both legs, that's fine. You can either bend the back leg a little bit, or you can bend that front leg a little bit. Good, guys. You can bend forward, bend back, and we'll bring the body back to center. Good. Let's change over to the other side. Very nice, guys. Good. It's always good to practice your splits after you stretch out your hamstrings and those hip flexors. Good. Leaning forward, arching back. Very nice, guys. And bring the body back to center. All right, well, that concludes our breathe, stretch, and reboot routine. Don't you guys feel better? You know, it's just so important to take the time, and I try to do this often. Take the time for yourself, stretch, and just clear your mind. Exhale out all that negativity and try to inhale positive, happy thoughts. Thank you so much for joining me. Please stay tuned. I have another video coming up, which will consist of a posterior chain video. So we're going to work the whole back of the body. As I said earlier in the video, I have a coupon code down below for you. So check that out, and I will see you guys in the next one.